Hello, people. What is up? What is Van fucking Poppington up in this bitch? You know what it is. It's time for my motherfucking advice. It's time for my motherfucking advice. Yes. Yes, bitch. Okay. So everyone who sent me your letters, I'm so very, very sorry that it took me so fucking long to answer your letters. I hate that that had to happen. But y'all know, as y'all know, I was in a motherfucking Hurricane Isaac out this bitch, and life was in turmoil, and life was in distress. So, I'm actually going to share a personal advice thing with y'all, something that happened to me this week. And then I'm going to get into the letters because there are a couple of them. So I hope y'all are ready for a long video. So, yeah, I'm not about to break this up into 2 videos. Everybody gonna get their letter answered in this one video, bitch. And we're gonna do it like that. Okay, so first thing is shout out to my boo Courtney. She's actually texting me right now. Shout out to my boo Courtney. Yeah, just... You look good, boo. I gotta give it to you. You look really, really good. The Army does some chicks really well. You know, I'm just saying. Anyways, I'm not about to give y'all all the logistics, but I'm gonna just as an example of how I say that relationships are hard fucking work. Y'all know that I love my boyfriend, Lyric. Yeah, he's not here right now. He's at work making money for us, yes. And I have relationships with my exes. I talk to some of my exes. My first boyfriend, my first, I still talk to him. He and I are cool on good terms now, so we can talk. I've known him since I was 6. I don't feel right not speaking to him. I've known him since I was 6, okay? So, I mean, we don't have like a really, we talk every day or anything like that, but we're not on bad terms. And if I text him or he texts me, it's cool. We can talk to one another. We used to have so much fucking fun. We just had fun. And you miss relationships like that when you build relationships with people over years. And there's another ex. So I talked to all these exes this past week. And I am a Gemini, and I have a tendency to be a slut. I am very flirtatious. I don't mean a slut like in the sense of actually doing things, but my mind. In my mind, I am a slut in my mind, okay? And all I could think about was, damn, like everybody, coming out of the woodwork. And one of my exes, not my first, but another ex of mine talked to me. And he propositioned, he propositioned me. Basically saying, because him and his old lady broke up, if I wanted the yank, yank, that I could have yank, yank. And, I thought about it for a second. And then I thought about my boyfriend. And I thought about how there was nothing that this man could have given me that my boyfriend has not gone leaps and bounds over. My boyfriend gives me every piece of him. And I fought this man tooth and nail for the smallest bit of himself. And at the end of the day, my point is that I had the strength to look at that situation like, you just trying to fuck my shit up. I'm not about to let you fuck my shit up. And he was persistent too, which made it hard to say no when a motherfucker is constantly telling you, ain't nobody gotta know. It could be between me and you. I'm not that type of person. That would eat me up alive. And I told him that. I said, I can't do my dude like that. Like, that would ruin what we have. And my dude is just like, I can't be the one to hurt him like that. I can't be that person. Maybe the next bitch, if there is a next bitch or the bitch before me, but I can't be her. I can't hurt Lyric. That just won't happen. And, and the fact that he was trying so hard, you have no respect, that let me know. And the fact that you would actually tell me to come to the house that you share with this bitch, even though y'all broke up, you would ask me to come to the house that you share with this bitch. That made me think that time that I found that long piece of hair when I had really short hair and wasn't wearing any weaves, and I went out of town, that made me say, sorry, my video kind of got cut off in the middle of my fucking sentence. So here we go again. I was just thinking about the situation, and I was like, you probably fucked that girl in my house when we were together, because the girl that he just broke up with, his baby moms, is the girl that I say he cheated and left me for. because I wouldn't deal with him. He actually asked me if I would be okay with it. I had to just deal with him cheating on me. Not this bitch. Not this bitch. So that's my point, ladies. You don't have to be with nobody, no matter how good looking they are, no matter how good their dick is. Somebody can always treat you 10 times motherfucking better. Because I moved on from that situation, and my man treats me a hell of a lot better and loves me to death, and I love him back. Like, I can't look at this man without feeling like, damn, I love you. You know what I mean? So, like I said, move the fuck on from a bad situation. Don't be in a relationship with somebody and they dogging you out, and then they gonna try to come back and fuck your shit up, and all you can do is just, you shoulda kept me while you had me, motherfucker. Yes. This is from my boo Ish. Okay, this may be long. My mother's father is schizophrenic. He isn't stable in the mind. He has been living on the street since the 80s by choice. He has plenty of money in the bank. Every time someone in the fam tries to go and bring him in their house, he say no. So about 2 months ago, my mom and grandmother and I went to find him. So skip. So mind you, this might be my first time seeing him in my life. So he has been staying with us, and my mom catered to this man. When I grew up, I want to be a chef, so I enjoy cooking. So I did all the cooking in the house. But now since he is here, she cooks for him, cleans for him, etc. He leaves trash everywhere, never clean after himself, and I clean after him. It kills me. He talks to himself very badly. He laughs, whispers, yells, and wakes up the whole house. It's uncomfortable. Another thing is he smokes a lot, 2 packs a day. God damn. That's horrible. Therefore, all of the clothes are stink, and the icebreaker is he sleeps in my room. So I've been sleeping in my mother's room since, and it's annoying. I get no privacy. I'm in high school, and a nigga wants some space or something. Damn, is you in high school? Damn, me and Carrigan. Oh. And all of my clothes are still sitting in the room, so it's filled with smoke. When I go out, people ask me, have I been blowing? It kills me. But he is a big help because he helps my mother out with bills and whatnot. So I don't want to be selfish. But I don't know how much I can take. Please help me. What should I do? Okay. First of all, like, how many bedrooms y'all got in this house? Okay? I'm just saying, Robbie, tell Robbie he need to be on the sofa. Why are you kicked out of your room like it's not your house too? But I know how your mom's is. So what I say is, Kiara got a place with El Boogie. Go sleep over there sometimes and get you a little privacy. I'm saying, you know what I mean? Like, that's a tough situation because it's not like you can tell your mom what to do. It's her house. He's helping her out with money. And even though it may be an issue, you know what? Just chill on it because everything will work itself out. He might end up going back. You know what I mean? Back in the streets or to somebody else's house. It may not be a permanent thing. So don't trip on it so hard. I know that's aggravating as fuck. Get your clothes out of that room he's not gonna get out. Tell your mama that, he be smoking up your clothes and shit. And if she still is like, you gotta deal with it, then I would say go by Kiki sometimes. Call her. I will call her for you. But I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Like, you should have a way out. You are a teenager, and you shouldn't have to, have somebody all up in your shit, all up in your space like that. What the fuck? My boo Ish, I'm sorry. Thank you for asking about me, too. All right, so that's my advice to Ishmael, that he need to talk to his sister so she could, let you come over there sometimes and talk to your moms, man. Like, just let her know how you feeling about him being all around your shit and all of that crazy stuff. Because anybody have to deal with that. Like, I understand because, like, my dad had, like, a cousin that was, had, I want to say Down syndrome, but I'm not exactly sure. I don't want to say retarded. I don't want to say that. So, she was mentally disabled and she couldn't care for herself. When her mom died, it became my dad's responsibility to take care of her and see after her. They put her in a home. That's what they need to do. They need to put his ass in one of those homes for people like that. You know what I mean? He's supposed to be on some type of medication. He's not just supposed to be walking around your fucking house all willy-nilly, waking people up, screaming shit to the top of their lungs. People supposed to be on fucking medication for shit like that. I don't understand why black people feel like they, mental issues are not, only God can cure mental issues for black people. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Go talk to somebody. Okay, so on to the next letter. I figure I'd go ahead and try out this advice thing. I'm going to attempt to not make this a long one, but I have a tendency to over-explain. Anyways, I'm just starting my senior year of college, and I have a dilemma. I recently went on a date with a guy friend from high school, and we decided to see if we wanted to actually be in a relationship. The date was a disaster, but as usual, the topic of how many people we've slept with came up. Not a first date topic, but it came up nonetheless. Yes, it is. Anyway, he had a high-ass number. Well, high to me because my number is 0. Oh, you a virgin. But, anyway, so she was basically saying, up until I started college, I always assumed that I would wait until marriage. Good, girl. Wait until marriage. Moving on. To have sex. But then I had a change of heart and was on that... I'm sorry, y'all. My eyes get a little tired sometimes. These letters be all, you know, these letters be all fucking small and shit. Okay, so, which leads me to the point of that up until college I always assumed that I would wait until marriage to have sex. But then I had a change of heart and was on that tip of waiting for someone who I'm really in love with. But I haven't been in love since my first love. Here I am, still a virgin. I feel like that holds me back in a lot of my relationships because I never want to divulge the fact that I'm a virgin and really be open with someone when there's a chance that it might not work out. And I guess I'm a little ashamed mostly because of all my exes have gotten around. Frankly, at this point, it's just something I want to get over with and move on from there. I have a gentleman friend who I met a couple of years ago. We dated for a while but decided to just be friends and not risk our friendship, but the attraction is still there. One night I came up with the idea that I think he would be the perfect guy to take my virginity, and I feel comfortable with him. I guess the hardest part is not being able to talk to my friends about it. I don't know if I'm making the right decision or even how to ask him, and if we do have sex, do you think it would be awkward between us after? I wouldn't want to ruin our friendship, but then I don't want to have sex with someone completely random who doesn't really care about me or vice versa. I love your videos, especially the advice ones. Thanks. Thank you for loving my videos. And oh my God, this is so crazy that a lot of these videos, a lot of these letters that I've received are kind of, you know, similar to things that have happened to me. As y'all know, if y'all haven't watched my coming out video, I was with females for most of high school and into college until I met one that nobody else could compare it to, and I moved on to men after that, and it was a friend of mine. Like I said, my first was, I've been knowing him since I was like 6 or 5 years old. We stayed in the same neighborhood. We hated each other. Went together in high school before I started dating girls. He was the last guy I dated, and I decided I wanted to lose my virginity when I was like 21, and I found him on like Twitter, Facebook, MySpace, something like that. Probably MySpace, I think. And we got each other's numbers and we started talking and we started dating. And I moved back down here and we finally did it. And after that, we were together for like 2 years after that. So I think you should wait for someone that you really love. I don't think you should just do it to try to get it over with. And you shouldn't be ashamed of the fact that you're a virgin. If somebody can't handle that, that's in a relationship with you, fuck them. They don't need to be in your circle. They don't need to be in your life. I personally feel like that is something very special and something that you can only have once. So if you want to wait until marriage, then wait until marriage. Or if you find somebody that you're in love with, you're in a relationship with, and you feel like they're going to take your virginity for what it is, a fucking gift. You know what I mean? Like, if they're going to really take it, like, I mean, my first time was great. You know what I mean? Like, he took it, he really made my first time a great first time. He took his time. He was gentle. I mean, you have to do it a couple of times before you get used to it. I'm just letting you know right now. So it's not even going to be like, oh, one fuck and it's over. That's not how it happens. So you would want to be in a relationship with somebody that you would continuously want to do it with in order to enjoy it. Because you're not really going to enjoy it the first time because it's going to fucking hurt. So, no, I think you should wait for somebody that you love. Guys, I'm having computer issues. So every time, you know, I start to finish my sentence, the computer cuts off for whatever fucking reason. Barack, do you know? I don't know. Say hello. Say hello. Say hello to the people. Okay, move. He's gonna lick me if I ain't moving. All right, anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. Back to the video. My next letter. Me and my ex-boyfriend were together for 1.5 years, and he was wonderful. We were both in college, but we attend different ones. He was everything I ever wanted. He supported me in everything I did, and we loved each other. Well, we broke up over 3 weeks ago because his parents don't think he should be dating while he is in school. Because his family helps pay for him to continue school, he decided to break up with me and just be friends until he is done, which will be in 6 years. He is attending graduate school after he graduates. I was so hurt and am still hurting because of this. I just don't understand how you can love someone but leave them as soon as someone doesn't approve of the relationship. He acts as though nothing is wrong, that I shouldn't be feeling this way. I cry every time I think about it. I'm actually crying now because I haven't talked to anybody about this. What should I do? Wait for him or just move on? Girl, move the hell on. Okay, you want me to tell you what I think? All right, that's what of course you want me to say what I think. I'm going to say what I think. Okay. I think that he's lying. I think his parents haven't said shit to him. I don't know why, but to me, that's like a cop out to keep from having a break up with you so that he can fuck whoever he wants to fuck when he's in college. Like, that's what it seemed like to me. Like, that's the easiest thing he could think of to make you believe that he actually doesn't really want to break up with you. He's only doing it because his parents said so. If y'all have been together for a while now, why all of a sudden has this become an issue with him being in a relationship? What the fuck they got to do with being in college? That's bullshit. In 6 years of school, girl, you better move on and go play the field. Go do you, girl. You better go ooh. You better go ooh. That's what I gotta say. You better go find you somebody else. You in college too. You should want to experiment and date different men and do what you want to do at this point. Always use protection. But I think that you should just move on with your life. Yes, you may be hurting now, but girl, trust and believe. In a year or two, you won't even, girl, whatever. Bye. I'm just saying, you'll eventually move on, and it'll seem like a small thing because, I mean, like I said, college is the best time to get into different relationships and fuck with different people and find out what you really like because you're not married to anybody. You're getting your education, so that should be your first and foremost, priority. So that's what you should be thinking about first. Everything else should come after that. So, I mean, if he wants to do that, I personally don't believe that that's true. I believe he just wants to break up with you so that he can do what he want to do while he's in college, especially since y'all go to 2 different colleges. So that's what I think. But I also think, move the hell on, girl. You ain't got time for that shit. No. And here's a letter for the gay hoes. I have recently found that I am attracted to a female, and I am a female myself. I'm truly not understanding where this attraction came from, as I am not attracted to any other female, just this one. I do consider myself, or at least I did consider myself, a straight woman. This individual is a lesbian. Anyhow, I was very hesitant about sharing how I felt with this person because I didn't understand the feelings myself. And she was already caught in a love triangle with much confusion and many decisions. I add she is single. However, after building up the courage, I did finally tell her how I felt, and to my surprise, she felt the same. I did acknowledge her situation and assured her I was not expecting or looking for anything, but nonetheless continuing to build our friendship as this entire situation was new to me. For the first week after revealing my feelings, everything was cool. I failed to mention we worked together, but now the individual has went back to school, so everything is long distance. We were texting, talking on the phone, all that shit, and then all of a sudden everything stopped and became awkward. So I see this on Instagram. I'm freestyling now. She seen this on Instagram posting pictures and shit, but you can't answer text messages. But then she gonna like the girl pictures. What the fuck? Like, so you're not gonna answer my text message, but you can like my picture. Fuck out of here with that shit. Y'all have moved apart, and I'm gonna be real with you. That girl didn't move the hell on, and she probably found somebody else that she won't fuck with because you're not willing to give her what she needs. Because most lesbians, when they start fucking with chicks that are straight, if the girl don't give it up to them when they want it, they lose interest. You see what I'm saying? Like, it happens a lot like that. I went with a girl that I actually kind of, turned out, whatever. You don't really turn anybody out, but I was her first girlfriend, and she wasn't ready for what I was ready for. I had already been with 2 girls at the time, so I kind of was past that point of being shy about it and not really knowing what I wanted. I knew what I wanted, and she didn't, and we broke up because I needed somebody that was going to be on the same page with me. I do, however, think that you may feel like you're just attracted to her, but explore it. Explore with other people. Go out to bars. I'm not saying like go live your life all reckless, but what I'm saying is, if you are finding yourself having these feelings for one female, it's very plausible that you could have the feelings for another female. You should text her because the girl stopped texting her and was just like ignoring her. So now she's wondering what she should do. Text her one last time. Be up front with her. Ask her straight up what the fuck is the deal. And if she ain't giving you no response, then fuck it. When she comes back next time she has to work with you, just be like, fuck her. Don't worry about her. Just like you said you wasn't going to be paying her no mind anyway. Don't pay that bitch no mind then. Okay? But, okay, but I do think you should think about what your attraction to her was really attracted to. Because, you know, if you don't kind of test the waters now, you'll get in a relationship with somebody later on and still be thinking about the shit. So if you're single and you want to do it to get it out the fucking way, by all means, girl, let your freak flag fly. But be safe, of course. On to the next letter. Hey Brittany, I need your advice. Me and my boyfriend live together, and about 6 months ago, my income was reduced by $1,000. That's a bitch. I was the breadwinner in the relationship, but now since my income was drastically reduced, I count on him to split everything 50-50. He doesn't make very much, and he gives me his last to pay the bills. But we are still always behind on bills because something always needs to be paid. Girl, I know how you feel. We never used to argue, but now we argue at least once a week, and I feel like I can't take it anymore. We love each other so much, but the constant stress about money is taking a toll on our relationship, and I don't know what to do. But I can't handle the stress of income and our constant arguments. Okay, this is something I can definitely relate to because, I mean, I'm not trying to put my man on blast or nothing like that because he works and he makes money, but I make more than him. And you know what I mean? But we still split everything 50-50 though. We've always split everything 50-50. The rest, you know, that I have left over is my money. So, you know what I mean? But we split everything, utilities, rent, we split it down the middle regardless. And you know what I mean? Like, I understand where you're coming from with this. Do not let that ruin your relationship because at the end of the fucking day, that's the point of being in a relationship. So you can have somebody to go through those ups and downs with. You will not always be in this position. Maybe one day you'll be making more money. Maybe one day he'll be making more money. Everything is a time thing. You know what I mean? Nothing lasts forever. And you don't want to ruin a great relationship because of fucking money. You know what I mean? How we deal with it is we get fucked up and forget. I would be honest with y'all. We be in this bitch struggling sometimes. Like, you know what I mean? Like when I don't get a lot of overtime and things always have to be paid. Got them fucking student loans. He got student loans. Got a car note. I don't have a car note, but he got a car note. We got the rent for this place. Got our utilities. I got my credit card bills. It's a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? I help my mom with bills. So it's like, you know, it's always a lot. And we're still in our young, you know, early 20s. So things are not as financially stable for us as it will be in, say, 10 years. You better believe it. I'm just saying, you know, things get better over time. What I will have to say to y'all is whenever y'all are feeling like y'all are getting into this argument, I want you to remember that he is doing his best. And you are doing your best. And that's all y'all can ask from one another. If shit hard, y'all buckle down and go get y'all some fucking top ramen and doctor that shit up. Make sure y'all got whatever y'all need in the house. And be happy with one another. Enjoy each other's company. Get drunk. Do whatever you need to do in order to enjoy each other so you can remember that that is why you are with this person. We have issues like that all the time, but we don't let that dictate our relationship. You know what I mean? If we broke, we fucking broke. We get paid again soon, and then we won't be broke, but then we'll be broke again, but it's cool. You know what I mean? We still make do with what we got, and we have fun anyway. You know what I mean? So what I want to say to you is when y'all feel like that, take a step back. Take a step back from the situation and look at it from both sides. Look at it as a man. If he's a good man, he wants to take care of you. He wants to be the breadwinner. If you with a bum ass nigga and you see he really not trying to do no more than he doing, then you need to leave him. If he's not trying to do any more, but when you tell me he give you his last to pay the bills, that make me think that he's a man that's trying and that wants more. If you see that grind in him and y'all just having a hard time right now, everybody's having a hard time right now. This is a bad time in our economy. So don't, you know what I mean? Don't be down on him because he make less than you. And don't be down on yourself that you don't make as much as you used to because it can always get better and it can always get worse. So thank your lucky stars for the things that you do have. We don't have much in this bitch, but we have everything we need. We have a nice roof over our head. Our dog is fed. We got food in a refrigerator. And I got enough money in my pocket to go buy liquor. So y'all have to look at y'all relationship as everything else could be going wrong, but this one thing needs to be the only thing going right. So do not let all those other things fuck with this Because at the end of the day, this is what you got. At the end of the day, when you get home, you got that man. At the end of the day, when he get home, he got you. So y'all need to remember that times will not always be easy, but times will not always be hard. And if y'all really, really love each other and y'all down for each other and y'all working hard to work towards something, it will happen for you. Just keep your faith and keep loving one another. And remember that it's just fucking money. James in fucking Florida made it on nothing, god damn it. They made it on nothing, and you can too. I'm just saying, don't let that shit ruin your relationship, boo. And that's all I gotta say about that. I hope that y'all get it together. Much love, much prayers. Thank you for writing me. Oh, Lord, y'all. We got another one of these fucking abusive letters. Here we go. I need to give advice to my sister. She is 21 years old and has a 3-year-old girl who I call my princess. My sister is in love with her daughter's father, who is her first love. But I feel like their relationship has ran its course. Skip through all this bullshit. Let's get to what he's been doing. I think they're not together anymore. The girl has moved back in with their mother. He actually beats her. They came and smacked her around and beat the hell out of her in front of their child, so she left. And he got another bitch pregnant. He got mad because she was trying to move on with her life. And she said, I'm really tired of seeing her hurt. But I know she has to heal on her own time. I just want you to be real with her. Maybe it's something that you can say that I haven't told her in that I haven't told her before. She is really a bright and smart woman and has so much to give to the right man. I just wish that she would get up out of that baby mama mindset and just face facts for what it is. He ain't shit, and all he gonna do is use her. Did I mention he got another bitch pregnant, but he talked her into getting an abortion? What the fuck? That's crazy as hell. Like, he a pussy nigga. Okay. This is for your sister if she is watching. Let me tell you something, baby. Any man that don't give a fuck enough about you to not beat you in front of your child, to get another bitch pregnant but make you get an abortion, and then beat your ass when you decide to move on? Are you serious? Do you want me to tell you how stupid you are? Or do you want me to be nice about it? Because it sounds like to me your sister was nice. Let me be real, okay? Let me be fucking real. Men like that keep going and keep beating and don't stop. Men like that are bitches. Men like that don't fight other men. Men that never want to really face the situation of what their own problems is. Fuck that shit. If you want to be a statistic and put your child's life in danger and put the welfare of your child and your life in danger for a man that don't give a fuck about you, then you can go ahead and do that. But I just want you to know that baby mama shit don't mean nothing. Let me tell y'all something. These bitches, females always want to hold dear to the fact that they're a nigga baby mama. If that man felt the same way about you, then he would have made you his wife and not just his baby mama. Stop holding on to that shit like somehow he didn't bless you because he done impregnated your ass and then have the audacity to make you feel like shit. Like, seriously, I'm so sorry if that was mean, but I feel like you have a child to look after. You have somebody else's life who you're responsible for. I don't give a fuck whether you in love with him or not. You need to be strong and do the right thing for your daughter and move the fuck on. Because he putting his hands on you and then he putting his hands on you in front of her. The next thing he'll be hitting her. And you know you don't want that shit to happen because then you're going to end up popping his fucking head off like one of them bitches on Snap and we're going to be watching you on TV. So do what I say do. Do what your sister say do. Move the hell on. I know it hurts. I know it's hard. I know you be wanting to call them, especially when they be calling you. But you need to move the hell on, bitch. Because black eyes and bruised lips is not cute. Okay? Love yourself and your daughter more than that nigga. Okay? He ain't shit. Are you serious? You can get a better man, boo. That's always better meat. Always better meat. Okay? I can't stress that enough. I know you're going to do it in your own time. You're going to do it when you get ready to do it and all of that shit. But please don't wait until it's too late. Don't wait until something happens that you can't go back from. Don't wait until he done beat your ass so bad that your face is unrecognizable and shit. He done jumped out the bushes and threw fucking acid on your ass because you done moved on and went on a date and shit like that. Fuck all of that. Get a restraining order against that nigga. Put his ass on child support and move the fuck on with your life. And change your phone number too. And stop staying by your mama. Get a fucking apartment so he can't just be finding your ass and all of that. All I know is, listen to your sister. She love you. Listen to you. Sometimes people don't realize that, yeah, you handle things in your own time, but sometimes you need to just listen to other people for the sake of not having to go through shit that's unnecessary. When people have continuously told you this shit is a bad situation and you just want to sit and wait and see what happens, he might change. Girl, ain't nobody gonna change. Ain't nobody gonna change. Move the hell on. Y'all, isn't my hell like giving y'all life after death, like Biggie out this bitch? Yes. Yes. I did it because my boyfriend likes it. Because it's a lot to put into a ponytail, y'all. But that's all right. We're going to make it work. Make it work when I go to the grocery store tomorrow. My EBT card, Louisiana purchase card. Disaster relief, bitch. Anyway, on to the next letter. I want to say I love your videos. I'm a huge fan. Thank you so much. Girl, don't be no fan of me. I ain't shit yet. Anyways, my problem is that I'm just getting out of a relationship and I'm having a hard time moving on from my ex. He was my first boyfriend and first lover. We decided to finally get together, but it didn't work out. He was living with me and my 2 kids. Neither of them are by him. Once we broke up, he decided to move out of state and so-called get his life together. This has been what he do when life gets hard. He somehow gets the fuck out of Dodge. He's 25. He calls me saying that he want to marry me and be the man I want him to be, but I feel like he on some bullshit because when I ask when about him making any progress, I get the run around. Meanwhile, I have an ex in Florida that has always had my back. He just got out of a relationship also, and on a whim, I said if we not in relationships by my birthday in May, May birthday too, boo, I should move down there and we should try again. He agreed and is trying to get himself together. He got a job, looking for a second, and looking for a house for all of us. I'm still having feelings for the ex, and I don't want to move and still be in love with someone else. That wouldn't be fair to him because I love my friend also. How do I move on so I can open myself to possibly being happy? Okay, this is kind of tough, but what I am going to tell you is do not move on behalf of anybody. If you're going to move for yourself. To me, it seems like you're too embedded in being in a relationship. How about you just be by yourself for a little while to figure out if you really want to be with either one of these men? Regardless to if one is giving you the run around, he sound like he playing bullshit and maybe just don't want you to move on, kind of wants you to still be waiting in the wings for whenever he's ready to come and be with you. So I don't know about that shit. The dude in Florida, he may want to be with you and wants to give you whatever you want, but that doesn't mean that's what you want. So what I say is don't do that. Don't move out of state to go live with somebody and y'all haven't even given y'all relationship a chance, especially when you put 2 kids into the mix. Like, that's a lot, to be hanging in a balance on a relationship. You know what I mean? Like, I really do think you need to take time out to figure out what you want personally, in exclusion from these men. Figure out what you want for yourself, what you want for your children, and work on that. You know what I mean? I know you want to be happy and you should be in a relationship, you should date, but you should not move your life around for a man and you don't even know if you have those same feelings, those same good feelings for him too, baby, So my advice, don't do that. Do not do that. If you want to move to Florida where he is, get your own spot, get your own shit, get your own job, and make sure that you are okay regardless to whether y'all relationship works out or not. Because what if y'all relationship don't work out and he put your ass out on the street? Not saying that he would do that, but just saying that what if you get put in a situation where you can't leave because you're dependent on this man? You don't want to do that. So what I say is if you want to move to Florida to open up doors for y'all relationship, do that, but on your own terms. That's what I say. So, yeah, that's my advice to that. Short but sweet. Hope you liked it. Hope you had heed to my advice. Hi, I'm 20 years old and my boyfriend is 18. He treats me wonderfully. Only problem is he abuses me. Then he's not treating you wonderfully, darling. When we're together for 7 months but feels like years. So they've been together for 7 months but it feels like years. When somebody beating your ass, it'll feel like that. He has promised to stop and even is willing to go to counseling just to show me that he has changed. I read that in abusive relationships, the abuser never changed no matter what. But having an ex-crackhead alcoholic dad who is now a preacher, I believe people can change. Earlier today, he got mad and didn't even raise a finger. I love him so much, but my people don't like him anymore, and certain people on his side don't like me. I want to know, am I being stupid thinking he would change, or should I let him go? All right. I'm not going to give you the advice that everybody else want me to give you. I'm going to give the advice that I want to give you. And I'm going to tell you this. People can change. You should not be the subject of that change. Meaning, you should not be, putting yourself in a situation to, in case he changes. What if he doesn't change? Then is your face going to get pounded in? You say that he's practicing some sort of self-control. He said he'll go to counseling and all of that shit. Honestly, this is what I'm going to tell you. If it happens one more time, just once more, that's it. Do not let it be another time after that or another time after that. If you're asking me this, it's because you haven't gotten to the point where you're really tired of this shit. And I know exactly how you feel about this man. I know exactly how you feel. When somebody is doing you like that, it's the same thing as when they give you a little and then take it away. Like they treat you like your gold, and then they take it away and tell you some disrespectful shit. It's the same thing as when they abuse you. You start to feel like you're addicted to it. You start to feel like it's a drug. You start to feel like you need it. Regardless to how they make you feel, then you start to feel like, however your day is going is dependent upon how they treated you or how they talk to you that day. And that's when it becomes a bad situation. It really does. I really want you to find somebody that won't ever put their hands on you personally. Like, I don't want you to be with somebody that is you're only 20 years old. Like, I really want you to say no and leave him alone because you're only 20. And you can always find somebody 10 times better that won't abuse you. Because even though he might change, he might not. And do you really want to be 10 years from now being the fucking wife and the abusive husband, trying to hide the shit from all your family and friends and shit, being unhappy? No, you don't want that. So if it happens one more time, drop that ass like a bad motherfucking habit and let the shit go. No matter how much it hurts, walk away. Because you're only 20, and please don't forget that new dick heals all. As well as time. I'm just saying. Move on. One more time. Then move on. I know you love him. I hear it all in the letter. I know what that feels like. And honestly, sometimes it's not worth the bruises. Oh shit, y'all. Here's y'all remember the young lady who's I mentioned in the last video, her baby daddy, her husband, whatever, was beating her, and she left with her baby to go stay with his brother, and she was scared that the brother would tell on her and that he would come and find her, and she's just really scared and really young. I mentioned her in my last MF'N Advice video, but here's her letter that she just sent me. First, I want to say thank you and that I love you for your prayers. I sent you the letter in response to your I Was Hit 2 video. As you know, I was hiding out at my baby daddy's brother's house just till I figured out my next move when I wrote you. His brother didn't snitch to my baby daddy when he called him going to fuck off looking for me. This, of course, relieved. His brother told me that my baby daddy was riding around looking for me all night. I sat in the basement for 2 days straight just in case my baby daddy showed up unexpected. However, his brother told me he hadn't heard from him since that night and was worried about him. Later that night, their mother called the house and said my baby's daddy sent her a text message saying he was sorry for everything. Both the brother and I lost our damn minds and went to look for him. To make this shorter, we found him walking around the train tracks as if he was going to kill himself. No matter how angry I was at him, it didn't overpower the love I had for this man. He was surprised to see me in the car and looked like he had been crying. He begged me for another chance and said he just wanted his family back and that he never put his hands on me again. Bullshit. So now I'm back at the house with my 1-year-old son and my man. He stopped drinking and goes to anger management classes. I tried to get him to talk to somebody, but he said black people don't do that. See what I be talking about, y'all? Whatever. Not to make excuses for him, but his childhood was fucked up. Most people's childhoods were fucked up. That doesn't mean you have to be a product of that. Being that both his parents were drunks, his father beat his mother and him when he tried to help her. His grandma took him at 3 and he didn't go back to live with them until he was 10, and his father and mother still fought and drank from time to time. With that said, am I stupid for giving him one last chance? He's only hit me twice, but he's choked and shook me when he's frustrated. I just need him to do 25% and I'll do the rest. He's a great father and works his ass off. He's 25 and just has issues with his past. Okay. My poor baby. No, I don't think you're stupid. I think you're in love with a man. I think you're in love with a man and you're young and you have a child and you don't know where else to go. You want me to be real? I'm going to be real. He's not done. It's not over. That whole little texting the mom, I'm sorry for everything, you know, he's going to kill himself. Bullshit. Bullshit. You know what that is? That's a way for him really to not have to take responsibility for what he's done. That's a way for him to invoke your sympathy. That's a way for him to get your ass back into the house. When he figured out that being mad and looking for you every fucking where wasn't going to do it, he knew what he had to do, which was text that something was wrong, that he was going to try to kill himself. To me, that was all a way to get you back into the house. He may be doing anger management, but see him telling you that he wasn't going to seek counseling. Black people don't do that. That's bullshit. That lets me know he's not willing to do anything to make the situation right. It doesn't matter if it only happened twice. It doesn't matter if he shook you. The fact that he had that childhood lets me know that he's capable of all those things that his father was capable of doing to him and to his mother. Do I feel like you need to stay with this man? No. I think you need to save your ducats and move the hell on. I know you love him, but he's not going to change. He's 20. I don't want to say he's not going to change, but from the way the letter sounds, it sounds like he's not going to change. It sounds like what he's doing right now is a manipulation to get you to a point of being comfortable. And right when you think everything is cool, you're going to do something that's going to piss him off, and he's going to backhand the fuck out your ass, and it's going to remind you all over again why the fuck you ran in the first place. So what do I have to say? I have to say that I'm praying for you, that you get on your feet and find your way to your own independence, and that you don't need him eventually. Because any man that has been through all of that and is still not addressing his issues, just because you go to anger management, that's not going to help with the deep-rooted family issues that this man obviously has. He needs help that you can't give him. He needs help that you can't give him. And what you mean, all he has to do is give you 25%. Baby. No, he's supposed to give you 100. He's supposed to give you 100%, and you're supposed to give him 100%. You do not want to be with a man that is not going to give you everything that you need, like you giving him everything that he needs. No. No, 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 no. That is the wrong way to think about the relationship. What is he doing for you? Yeah, he may be a hard worker, but that don't mean he's not an abusive, fucking narcissistic asshole that's not trying to invoke sympathy from you to get you back in his house so he could keep doing you what he was doing before. It may be good for right now, but let me tell you right now, I want you to write me again when it happens again. Because to me, everything that you're telling me, I'm just going from what you're telling me. I don't know your life. I don't know this man. But from what you're telling me, he is not done. And obviously, you're not done either. So what I'm going to say is, guard your grill, protect yourself, protect your child, and try to find a way to get out of that situation. Because, no, it's not over. On to the next letter. Next letter. Okay. I have never trusted people, especially men, due to several family members molesting me when I was young. So I never dated anyone seriously while in high school or college. I was raped when I was 20 by a guy I trusted, whose family took me in when I was 17. So that kind of affirmed for me that men are no good. No, baby, not all men are no good. Just some of the ones that you've met, obviously. I later started a relationship with a guy that I really didn't like romantically, but we had been friends so many years, I decided to give it a shot since he was persistent. Worst decision ever. The relationship led to me having a baby and genital herpes. Can you say statistic? She said that, not me. I broke up with him immediately and decided to focus on my daughter and career, and have been very content with never dating again. And sex has never been hard for me to abstain from, so I had no problem. Which brings me to my dilemma. There's a man that I have been close to for the past year and a half. We were friends until he just kissed me in the middle of a conversation. Excuse me. We have never had sex, and about me, and I don't know if I love him, but whenever I'm alone with him, I feel a sense of peace that I never knew. He knows everything about me except my STD. So he naturally assumes that my past is the only reason for my 4 years of celibacy and resistance of intimacy are going on real dates. He is 10 years older than I am, so he is patient, understanding, caring, and never questioning my moods or withdrawal from him. This man exceeds what I ever thought a man would and should be, and to lose him as a friend is devastating, but to hurt him by carrying on like we have a future together is worse. So I want to know, should I just tell him about the STD or break off the friendship? And how would I break it off without telling him about the disease? I've never told anyone that I have herpes except my daughter's father, who gave it to me. So that is a big thing, to give this man a secret that I never intended on telling anyone. Well, now I've told you and possibly the world. LOL. I know having this disease isn't a death sentence, but I couldn't bear the thought of giving it to anyone else. Oh, babe, I'm so sorry. It's not a death sentence, and I'm sure if you take your medication and to keep from having sex during your flare-ups, that you won't pass it on. I do think you should tell him. I don't think that you should be alone for the rest of your life because you got a fucking STD. I don't. And if he is patient and he is all of that, what you're telling me, he's so great, like I read in this letter that you wrote to me, then you should be able to tell him that and hope for the best. I know that's scary as fuck, and I'm so sorry that bastard gave you, something that you cannot get rid of. Two things you can't get rid of: a child and fucking genital hormone. Oh, that sucks. Huh. But you have been responsible thus far, not having sex with anybody else and protecting yourself. So this is what I have to say. Sit that man down. Tell him the truth. Tell him how you feel. Express to him your fear of losing his friendship. Tell him why you've been withdrawing and see what happens. And the reason why I say that is you will never find out unless you cast your net out there and see what happens. Because he may surprise you and want to fuck with you anyway. Because it's not like he can catch it every time y'all have sex. I mean, you use protection, you take your medication, he gets his checkups. I mean, people do it every day. People live their lives and be in relationships and tell their partners about these types of things. So I do think that by him being a little older, he might be a little bit more understanding. And if he's not, then you just move on with your life. But I don't want you to give up on having a relationship or give up on having intimacy with someone because of something this asshole did to you. So I'm going to pray for you, boo. I'm going to pray that if this man is the one that he makes you feel even more comfortable when you tell him about this situation. And like I said, I'm just sorry for you because that must really fucking suck. You know what I mean? So that's ridiculous. But don't forget that it's not a death sentence, and you are still a woman, and you still have needs, and condoms and the shit that they coming out nowadays. Hell, girl, they might have a cure for that shit one day. You never fucking know. All I'm saying is tell a man the truth and find out what happens. But don't give up on having some kind of love in your life because of what that bastard did to you. Don't do that. Don't be a victim. And I know that's hard to correlate those two things together, but it's the same premise. You know what I mean? You're going to get involved with somebody. You let him know. And if he wants to still fuck with you, cool. If not, swallow it and just move on. You know what I mean? Have your drink, cry, do whatever you got to do. But, don't let it, stay inside of you and infester and turn into all this deep-seated hatred and bitterness. Don't do it. So, yeah, that's my advice. Okay, so that was my motherfucking advice. Yes. Anyways, Thank you everybody for writing letters. Everybody that is going to comment on these advice videos, please be respectful of the people that have wrote me and that have opened themselves up to you and to me. Don't be disrespectful and call them out of their names and just be downright ignorant about it. Because I deleted some comments on the last video because I didn't want anybody feeling like shit because, you know, I'm giving advice in this motherfucker. So if I'm saying this shit, they asked me. They didn't ask y'all. So I asked y'all. But I'm telling y'all, be respectful. They didn't ask y'all for y'all to be going all hard on them about the decisions they're making. Everybody don't know. Okay? Everybody don't have somebody telling them that shit is wrong and that shit is fucked up. So like I said, I'm giving a fucking advice. So I'm as spicy as it's gonna get on this bitch. Y'all be respectful of the people that are opening up their hearts and their lives to me and to y'all on this fucking YouTube channel. And y'all be respectful of these people. Regardless of whether you think they stupid or their decisions, whatever, don't do that shit on my channel because I'm gonna delete the fucking comments. These people have enough problems. They don't need your judgment on them like you fucking know them or something like that. They asked me for my advice, so that's why I'm giving it. But I just want to let y'all know that I don't like that shit. I didn't like that at all. Don't do that shit. Or I'll be disabling fucking comments on these fucking advice videos. Like I said, they ask for my advice. But I don't want to go that far with it because I love y'all and I love y'all input. But I just want y'all to be respectful of theyese people because, like I said, they're going through enough issues. They don't need all of that, you know, extra hate reading the comments and all of that. So, thank you so much to everybody that wrote me. I love you all. I appreciate all of y'all. I'm praying for all of y'all. It is a blessing for me to even be able to give advice to help people because, like I said, I ain't shit. You know what I mean? To me, I feel like a lot of things have happened to me in my short 24 years. I've been through a lot. I've been through deaths and a whole bunch of different relationships, different sexual relationships, you know what I mean? Orientation and shit. I've been through hurricanes. I've been through losing everything. I mean, I've just been through a lot of shit. So if that wisdom has brought me to a point at 24 where I can give people advice on their lives, and I feel like I tell God all the time, just speak through me, tell me what to say. It may not be the most godly words coming out of my mouth, but it's from my heart, and that's what I pray comes through on the screen to y'all when I'm talking to y'all and I'm giving y'all the advice. Whether y'all take my advice or not, take it with a grain of salt because at the end of the day, it is your life, not mine. And I can only give you the advice from the things that I've experienced and the things that I've seen. But I'm appreciative to everybody for writing me. I love y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. Always come back. Don't forget, this vulgar shit is just because it's the way I talk, y'all. It's all love around here. All love. So, yeah, I'm about to get ready to watch this motherfucking shit. Don't forget Tyler Paris for better or worse. I will see y'all in the next video. Y'all don't forget that y'all can email me at brittany.bondy@yahoo.com and I will get back to you in the videos with the advice. So if I don't give you a response right away, it's because I'll give you a response in the video. So like I said, thank you guys. I really, really appreciate y'all. And I'm goofy as shit. Peace, y'all.